Yeah. Hey man, what y'all got going, man? It's your boy Preface for real. We back with another reaction video. Now listen, we got some real dumbasses out here in the league, bro. Like real deal dumbasses, bro. Imagine you in the league, or imagine you just, you in the NBA, you done grinded your whole life to get to this point, bro. You already making millions of dollars. You got $1 million contract. But you niggas just still want to gamble. Niggas still want to just do dumb shit to fuck it all up, bro. That's what we got right now. Malik Beasley, bro. If y'all don't know, the nigga is under federal investigation for sports betting, bro. Niggas betting on his own games while he playing in the game in the league. That's like the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. But anyway, some niggas just don't learn. Some niggas just, I don't know if it's greed. I don't know what it is. But we finna check this shit out. The newest NBA gambling scandal is insane. Let's check it out.
So Shams says the U.S. Attorney's Office is investigating Malik Beasley on allegations of gambling related to NBA games and prop bets. Damn.
Dumb
Pistons
shit.
fans are like, no, you were amazing for us last year. Why would you do this? It's like a player choosing to go to a different team, except that different team is jail. But is this even legit? I mean, how sketchy?
Now, I don't know if he really doing this shit. Obviously, I don't know, and I don't really give a fuck. But if he is doing this shit, it's dumb as hell. I hope he not though. I hope a nigga smarter than that, bro. Like I really hope that a nigga making all these M's already is smart enough to not do this. But hey,
Is this Malik Beasley game film? You better believe that we know at least one game Bees is being investigated for, and we have some spicy clips. But to be fair, Malik's lawyer says an investigation is not a charge. Malik is afforded the same right of the presumption of innocence as anyone else under the U.S. Constitution.
I hope he didn't do that,
and
bro.
He's right. We don't know if Beasley did this, but people jumped on him quick. Why? Well, let's just say old Malik ain't exactly a Boy Scout. In 2020, for example, on the T-Wolves, he pled guilty to something called threats of violence and was sentenced to 4 months in jail. So what is threats of violence? Well,
the fuck is that?
He pointed a gun at a car outside his house. Then when cops came, they found narcotics in his home with guns, including stolen guns. Sounds like a solid dude. So of course he did this, but hold up.
Damn.
Let's actually check the tape. Now, Malik has been on 5 teams in 4 years, which maybe speaks to his locker room presence. But in Minnesota, he signed a 4-year, $60 million contract.
4 years, $60 million, bro. Why are you gambling? Why? I don't understand. 4 years, $60 million, bro. Are you for real? You making $15 million a year, bro. Why is niggas gambling? I don't get it.
Why would a guy with that kind of money need to gamble?
Right.
Well, the gravy train ran out in LA in
How much money you really gonna make?
After a terrible season, the Lakers did not pick up his team option for $16.5 million. Then he went out to get a similar number, but he couldn't find one. So he ended up signing 1 year, $2 million on the Bucks. And I am sorry, a 90% pay cut hurts anybody, okay?
For sure.
We know the stats about NBA players going broke after their career.
For sure.
Why? Because they start spending like it'll never run out, and then millionaires start living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I'm not saying that Beasley lived like this, but it would establish a motive. Now, before we get to this game tape, good news! Beasley set up for a 3-year, $42 million deal with Detroit, because dude was so good for them last year. As a solid
He
vet,
was hooping
he
last
hit
year.
319 triples, the 8th best season in NBA history. Easily set the Detroit franchise record, but guess what? Those talks are on pause.
It might be GG.
He may have
bro.
just fumbled a
Like, bro, a nigga have a season like this, bro. Y'all just heard what he said. He hit like 300-some threes. He damn near set the record and all type of shit. But now, it's over with. If he get convicted of this, it's over with. Gone. Just like that, bro. No cap.
$42 million bag for maybe a couple of thousand? Or did he? Now, there is one clip going around the internet where Beasley comically lets Tyrese Halliburton blow by him.
I remember this shit.
And that seriously does look suspicious. Like, it looks like he's trying to let Hallie go by him on purpose. But that wouldn't affect his own props. That's just terrible defense. Then there's this play to end the Pistons season where dude straight fumbles a potential game-tying bucket. But the most suspicious to me by far, is this. 5 seconds left in a near blowout.
Yeah. I seen
Beasley
this clip
goes
too.
coast to coast like it's a game 7, and that bucket made the Wolves cover the spread.
Cover the spread,
That
yep.
is insane. However, the investigation isn't from any of those games. It's from the 2024 season only, and specifically January 31st, 2024, with the Bucks. The team was in Portland, and it was the Damian Lillard return game to the Blazers. Do you know what kind of guts you'd have to try to fix your own props on a national TV ESPN game? That is insane. So odds for Malik Beasley rebounds under 2.5 cratered from plus 120 to minus 250 before the game. That's like going from, he probably won't hit the under, to he is definitely hitting the under. Somebody knew something. One sports book was forced to
I don't really understand like the sports betting shit for real, but if any of y'all know what that shit means, let me know something.
move those odds because such big bets came in on Malik Beasley unders. Weird. But here's the thing. Those bets lost. Beasley ended up with 6 rebounds. It wasn't even close. And look at these rebounds. The man is fighting hard to grab them. I mean, I could see maybe if 6 rebounds just fell into his lap, but that is effort. So you look through all of his box scores that year, and he didn't have any mysterious early exit games like Jontay Porter did to cash his props. So what is going on? Honestly,
Oh yeah, that Porter nigga a dumbass, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga right here, dumbass.
Jontay Porter did to cash his props.
He got caught.
So what
for
is
real.
going on? Honestly, unless authorities can give us more to go on, I just don't see a reason that this dude is guilty. And I'm not saying he's like a great dude. I mean, I don't even know him. But this is a huge allegation, one that gets you kicked out of the NBA for life. They need to give us something. I mean, the Jontay Porter games were obvious. And remember what
Dumbass
Shams
shit.
announced was a sports book said things look shady. So they told the FBI, and the FBI is investigating. That's it. But just because things look shady doesn't mean they are. For example, remember how Terry Rozier was being investigated? Remember that? Notice how we
Yeah, I
haven't
remember that
heard
shit.
anything about that? Yeah, because he was never charged, still to this day. And the NBA investigated Terry and cleared him of any wrongdoing. So technically, we have still only had one NBA gambling scandal. That was Jontay Porter. And how did they actually bust Jontay? Well, it started the same, right? A sportsbook noticed weird betting patterns, and in this case, it was DraftKings. A guy placed a Jontay Porter prop parlay to win big. See, that's the thing with props, right? They have such small limits that the most you can bet on is like $2,000, which wouldn't make sense for an NBA player to risk. But these same game parlays let one guy take Jontay points, rebounds, assists, and threes, and he made $85,000 on a single win. And
Shit.
they might have
Nah, I don't know. If I'm in the league though, if I'm making millions, I'm not doing that shit. But if I'm on the sideline, I'm definitely doing that shit. If I'm not in the league, I'm
and
doing
threes, and he made
85K. Yeah, I need that. But if I'm in the league, if I got millions already, why the fuck would I risk my $1 million contract for a damn 85K? That don't even make sense, bro. It don't make sense. I don't get it.
$5,000 on a single win.
I don't get it.
And they might have gotten away with it too. Instead, a few months later, the same two men walked into a DraftKings again and got real greedy. They heavily bet on Jontay Porter, and the slip they put in would have netted over $1 million.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
Yeah.
First of all, you already got away stealing $85,000 from these people. Jontay Porter props is suspicious enough, but then you go and do it again? So DraftKings did not
That's
pay
really
them
what be
out,
killing these
reported
niggas. They
the
be getting
FBI,
greedy, bro.
who investigated. They got the men's cell phones, and in a Telegram chat, they found Jontay Porter. Hit unders for the big numbers. I told co-conspirator 2, no blocks, no steals. I'm gonna play the first 2-3 minute stint off the bench. When I get subbed out, I'll tell my eye's killing me again. They caught Jontay red-handed. And sure enough, he told the Raptors his eye was hurting, and he subbed out, props cashed. So not
Dumbass shit, bro. Everybody know on Telegram they got a self-destruct option where you can turn off the chats after a certain amount of time. Niggas don't be thinking, bro. And even that, bro, why the fuck are you like again? Why do niggas do this shit? I don't get it.
Not only
I don't
did the
understand,
sportsbook
bro.
notice weird betting activity,
I don't
sent it
get
to the FBI, but the FBI caught the bettors and then had electronic evidence that the NBA player was in on it. And it turns out Jonte was in deep debt to these shady bookies, and he was trying to pay them back with these tips. Now, you would think if that was the case for Terry Rozier or Malik Beasley, we would find out, but so far, nothing. I will say that Wolves clip where he's hustling to cover the spread is really weird, but that happened when he was making more money than ever in the NBA. So it's not clear. All we know is just because Beasley is not the most upstanding citizen in his personal life does not mean he's guilty, because so far this case looks pretty weak. Just Sportsbook notices something weird and reports it. That's it. But if you do want a deep dive on the official NBA betting scandal that we actually did have, the Jonte Porter case, check it out. The Beasley game film, not that bad. Oh, Porter's game film, a smoking gun that he was fixing NBA games and now was banned from the game for life.
Yeah, they banned this dumbass, bro. Imagine you get all the way to the league and you get banned because you greedy and your dumbass don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Just dumb shit, bro. Let me know what y'all think down below about this video, though, man. We gone, man. See y'all niggas in the next one, man. Here we go.